User joined your channel.
User? Oh.
Good evening, everybody. Oswald's here.
Oswald. That's my ice cream baked. Have to give them the correct server name.
Say what?
It's you have to give them the right server name.
Well, he said he had it working.
What?
He said he had it working earlier. If
Oh,
he had it working, just connect.
See, I would have added the channel to these bookmarks. It's easy. Then just hit connect. No. I do not solve problems on a FlightNight. I'm here to fly.
User joined your channel.
User,
Hey,
it's Cyber.
I managed. Sup? Doing okay. How about you?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Right, that's my video started.
Good idea.
Where are you guys?
On the runway.
Yeah, but which one?
This one?
20.
Alright. I'm a find you, don't worry.
I think it's 20.
Alright, thanks.
Alright, Alex said he might be able to get here by mid point, so we'll see.
Cool.
Are you going to do the briefs?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this Tom. He's waiting for me to give him all the information, and I don't have it.
What information?
Well, that was good. Flight gear just crashed on me.
Hey. Just needing the server name.
I don't know. I got shit to do. I'm like you. I'm trying to run a flight here. I don't have time to figure out what the names and the numbers and all that stuff are. He said he had it working.
Okay. It will work to the default channel, which is the lobby of the main TeamSpeak place where all the nutters go. But it won't probably connect to my server because you don't have the certs.
With all that information's on the website.
It is in the forum, yes.
Yeah, that's what I've told him. Go to the website, get your information. I'm busy. I don't have time to go find it for you. Not as busy as if I was flying a chopper, but busy, mind you. Okay, weather is core high pressure. Time is noon.
Core eye pressure and moon.
Initially, we will hold runway vector, which I make to be about 199 degrees. Till we're out over the water, then we're going to turn left to the heading for our first destination, which is Lima Echo Golf Echo. Target speed will be 130 knots, 130 knots, and we're climbing at 900 feet per minute to 3,500 feet. I'll call out the GPS FMS heading when I get it. I mean, well, I can give it to you now, but it'll change a little bit by the time I get to the end of the runway, so just wait. Boring. I apologize for all the boring scenery. It was the best location.
You're lucky to have that.
What's that?
It won't bloody run on my main machine. I had to reinstall it on my old PC.
That's weird. I wonder what that's all about.
Well, it comes up with this error message about accessing, you know, all the user roamings and all that, locals, places where you can't normally see. It's something to do with that, it can't open something. So I reinstall flight gear, tried again, no choice. So I had to put it on my own machine, which takes twice as long. And I've got to copy it all over the bloody place.
What a mess.
It's never boring being here with you guys, Ludo.
It's never boring, yeah. That's flight night, mate.
Yeah, it's never boring.
I'll have to check the info and I'll do a new newsweek page. If you want to tell them that, I'm not doing it tonight. It's flight night, I'm here to fly, not fix things.
Who's not ready to go?
Ready.
Ready.
Spinning up and rolling. Give me some time because this thing's slow on the roll.
Try and not run over the top of you, slow walk.
That's right, you bring them little speed demon. Meow.
It's good for all occasions.
It's good for everything. Oops.
What do you mean, oops?
What did you do?
It's going the wrong way.
I'm going the wrong way.
It helps to turn the engine on before you start flying.
Could have told you
I
that.
bet.
I wonder where you're all gone and I'm sat there not going anywhere.
Right, if somebody can find the will to power to type, I'll tell them I will update the web page and correct it if it's wrong. I'll have to look at it. Not doing it to this now because I am flying.
I don't have time to type and fly. I'll get it to him later. I know that's mean, but I'm just a mean machine.
You want a diplomatic answer, you get somebody else. You want a blunt hammer to beat somebody with the head, you send it.
Calm down. GPI turning left to GPS FMS 390 degrees, climbing to 3,500 feet, 900 feet per minute. Boing. mean, look for my yeller smoke, boys. I gotta update this with the green, super thick Krypton green smoke. There you are.
I was always here.
I know, but I forgot to, in my screwing around with other stuff, I forgot to set up my my lag settings, so I'm doing that now.
Well done, you're clearing at 900 feet per minute.
I am.
Okay, speed pegged at 130, climbing at 900 feet per minute. Yay!
So I've heard that ICAO just pushed an update to the next version of FlightGear that makes available model animations for PBR. So now you're going to be able to change livery specific levels, like metalness or stuff like that.
I will hold my breath and I will test it when it happens, and if it works, I'll be happy. If it doesn't work, I'll continue what I'm doing.
There you
Yeah.
go. Good boy.
It's
Trust
not
but,
like your
trust but
next
verify.
table.
Stewart's a man with a mission, man. He got a plan.
Yeah. When I was doing the DC3, converting it to PBR, I was waiting just for this feature, and when I heard that this is happening, I was so excited because now I can do different liveries like matte, glossy, and all sorts. So
Oh,
this
cool.
will be a big game changer.
Okay, you do that anyway, but that's beside the point. The thing is, though, when you do PBR, then
Yeah, you break normal composite.
you break normal models, and nobody else can use it. So
Yeah, yeah.
I am not going to do that until such a time that there's going to be nobody left using the old FlightGear.
Yeah, until they
Yeah,
make all the
that
new
makes
stuff
sense,
work.
yeah.
So I'll continue doing what I'm doing because it's compatible with both versions.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. My conversions are merely for testing and for anyone who wants to try AGR in its full capacity. And if anyone wants to FlightGear to look even better.
He's playing with it in true FlightGear fashion. Well done.
Yeah, indeed.
That's how I got stuck with making airplanes. That I'm still not very good at, but I'm treed on that fixing that F4U to Alex's specifications.
Can you say again what the target altitude is, please?
Target altitude is 3,500 feet, sir. 130 knots.
Thank you.
You're welcome. GPS FMS right now is 38 degrees. Whoa! Somebody's flying it like I stole it.
Better with me.
I wonder if that's a desalination plant down there.
I don't know.
It's just when I see the stuff going into the water from that big planet in the tanks, I'm just wondering if that's what it is, a desalination tank.
If it's anything to do with Thames water, it'd be sewage.
This ain't UK, man. All the little harbors and stuff on orthographics are pretty cool.
Yeah, all this empty city is amazing here. And the water is so nice. Very blue.
You're talking real life or here?
I mean in Flagger, but I mean in real life also probably. I've never been, so I don't know.
Go and have a swim.
Where the hell are we, by the way? I don't even know where we are.
Me neither, honestly. Maybe near Barcelona, because we took off from Barcelona.
Right, so we're north of Barcelona. Yes, the water here is quite nice. I've never actually been in the water at Barcelona. I've flown over Barcelona a few times.
On its way to Ibiza.
Yes, it is on the route. You turn out over Barcelona and head out into the water.
Into industrial Barcelona.
Poor Tom.
Oh, fix it. Just
No.
check in case it's been a cell change. But
Flight night is not the night to start to try to solve your problems. You gotta solve them before you get here because we're busy. People are busy. People got stuff to do.
if your problems, post them in the forums.
Exactly.
Don't come to FlightNight and say, oh, this isn't working, how do I fix it? No, I am not fucking answering you. Fuck off.
Oh, tell us how you really feel, Stu. Don't hold back, man. No, I'm the same way you do. I'm like, spend my whole week planning these things and hanging out with my buds, man. I'm not trying to be mean, but I ain't got time to fix this stuff for you on FlightNight. Come on the forum and ask about it on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, exactly. Forums are the place for that.
You gotta click a flaps down yet, Cyber?
Oh, really? That's why it's so fidgety. I didn't know. Thanks.
There you go.
There we go.
Jeez, this is amazing.
Huh?
Just the scenery with the aircraft tonight is amazing.
Yeah, very pretty.
I think it's full then. So what's
Just
we
wondered.
later?
Just wondering.
Stuart,
when
you'd be
boarding
saying that
starts.
way if we were flying over the Grand Canyon or something.
Ooh, that reminds me.
Oh, what?
We're due for another Grand Canyon float. We haven't done that for a while.
We haven't done one, no. And we've not done one since we've had authors available.
That's what I'm saying. Ooh. Okay, I got an idea for next week.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I watched, there's this new series started on marking 150 years of Yellowstone National Park. Kevin Costner's doing it because he was in the series Yellowstone. But there's some nice scenery around Montana. There's another Grand Canyon and a massive waterfall. What drops about 300 feet.
You're gonna break something doing that, Cyber.
Yeah, probably.
You can make that. Stuart did the FDM on the T50, which followed into the AT-17. But you can make it depart if you get it stupid.
Oh yes. It will break. It will do.
Yeah, it will kill you.
I'm gonna try not to break anything.
Oh, you look like you know what you're doing. It just, I remember, I think Alex was flying at one time. It just fell. I don't know what he did. It just fell out of the sky. It's like, dude.
Just come for a flight with me in the back seat of the TF-104 Starfighter.
Oh God, I did that. We did a flat spin down to what?
Nothing.
Deathville. Yeah, don't get in the back seat with Stuart. He flies that thing like he stole it. I mean, really like he stole it, and is being pursued by something.
So you just got to know how to work with a T-tail, and you can get them into a flat spin very, very, very easily, even though you don't intend to.
What was the other one that was so cool? Oh, the Jaguar. That thing, if you fly it within its envelope, it's like fabulous. If you push the limit, it will kill you.
Yeah, and B-51 is kind of like that too.
I've got a two-seater Jag in the works.
Ooh.
Which did have a reputation for killing pilots because it wasn't just a converted single-seater. When they moved the cockpit back a bit, they actually stretched the nose, which upsets the whole fucking balance of the aircraft.
Oh my.
So, but it's fun.
Seemed like a good idea at the time, I'm sure. Sorry about that.
We need the normal Jag released. We need a lot of stuff released. Alex is sitting on them at the minute.
Uh-oh. Seems like he got busy here.
So that aircraft on the FGUK website, the hangar, the civil piston, that's a Beechcraft, right? The thumbnail.
You lost me on that one.
On the hangar, the FGUK website, where all the aircraft is, and the category General Aviation and Civil Piston. There's a picture of an aircraft that isn't inside the hangar.
I have to go check on that. Nice find.
Yeah, I thought it was a Beechcraft or something like that.
Could be.
Yeah, it might mean your aircraft Voodoo. Voodoo's aircraft in a separate one under Voodoo.
Okay. Okay. Take a look at that. That website stuff freaks me out, man. I can barely walk and chew gum at the same time.
It's not difficult.
Not for you. You're smart. S-M-A-R-T, smart.
You mean the civil piston General Aviation, the twin engine thing that's there?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's a Cessna, Cessna Golden Eagle. And,
yeah.
And I was working on that one.
Alright.
And there was just a screenshot I had of it at the time, so. Never got finished, but hey, I'll get there someday.
I'm amazed at how often I get in the middle of something and I'm like going after it, then things switch, and then about 6 weeks or 2 months later you go, oh shit! I was working on that.
That one was the one we had the problems with the multiplayer animations with. LEGE model. So basically we're going to have to bin it all and start again just with the model.
You guys checking out this highway action down here to our, like, down below and to our port side?
Up the mountain.
No, just the roadways and the stuff, the orthographic stuff is just awesome, man. It looks like we're there. I feel like I've been to Spain.
Oh, look, there's an F-15.
Oh, dun da da da! Surprise! I'd rather have the F-15 and an F-16. That F-15 doesn't crash games.
Must be such fun flying it at 130 knots in a fighter jet.
Yeah,
I had the ultimate F-15. I had the F-15 active.
that was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it was the next dimension. It was fun. They stopped me from using it. A fantastic cockpit in it as well. An F-15 with canards and 3D vector thrust. Fantastic.
Maneuverability at Mach 1.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they've been having a bit of a go at me in the main forums lately, so they can go forth and multiply.
Who did you make mad this time, Stuart?
Elijah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I read that.
Did you disrespect the French or something?
No, he started it.
Alright.
That's it, the thing. He started it.
It was the whole, I think, Yasin versus JSB sim thing. Or something about FCS or that type of stuff.
Yeah, but basically he test flew the WS-70 and said I was hiding a bad FDM underneath an FCS, which should never be done.
Oh, okay. That'll start a fight.
But, you know, he obviously wasn't available when the defence contractor came to me and asked me to work on our SH-60 for them, you know. So.
Well, I find it interesting that someone whose FDMs are generally horrific is pick and fly shit out of pepper with something that you've done. I don't. That would be a bad idea, I would think.
He doesn't understand that the WS-70 isn't a normal Black Hawk.
No, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing as the UH blah 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 blah.
No, it's a Black Hawk on steroids, and it's immensely overpowered, and it shows its struggles. It's much harder to fly than the regular Black Hawk because of the extra power.
What does FCS mean?
Flight control system.
Ah,
Digital flight control. And the thing is, so you fly the regular Black Hawk, it flies perfectly nice, it's fine. But that extra power turns a normal flying Black Hawk into something wild and wicked.
We get to our first waypoint, which is coming up here very shortly. Lima Echo Golf Echo. We're going to maintain 130 knots. When we turn to the new heading, we're going to start climbing at 900 feet per minute because we're going to enter some significant terrain and we want to get the jump on it. So I'll scream it out when we get there.
Do you see that new documentary, Stuart, about the Chinook crash in Mullacontai?
No, I haven't seen it.
Well, the first programme's more about all the people who died in it, all the police and special branch. But I think the second part will be more about what was going wrong with the Chinooks.
Yeah, well, I know the lighthouse keeper. I know a guy personally, the lighthouse keeper that was there at on station that night.
There's our airport, kids.
It's an airport.
There's an airport.
I bought my.
Are you coming in from the eastern side, or I mean north?
Say again.
Are we coming in from the north, or
We're coming to the airport from the east, I believe, or from the west.
all right?
But we're not coming into land here.
No. We're going to turn here in a second. We're going to begin climbing to 10,000 feet at 900 feet per minute. Maintain 130 knots.
I'm getting shit tons of turbulence.
Yeah, I just had a little bit myself. Also a little lockup, so. Which just started happening when that F-15 showed up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
There's a second one's turned up.
There's the turn, new GPS FMS 306 degrees. Let's get stabilized in the turn and we're going to start climbing.
Right, both F-15s are nullified on my system.
Yeah.
Another good idea, I just ignored him.
Are we climbing yet? No?
Not yet, stand by. Right, climbing 900 feet per minute mark. Going to 10,000 feet, try to maintain 130 knots.
No problem.
Oh, not for you, you little speed demon. Little turbocharged monster.
I'm still having problems with keyboards and flight gear. If I press any keyboard command, nothing happens. I have to change the view to a small window and then it works.
Are you running flight gear as an administrator on Windows?
Well, I've been flying it for 3 or 4 years and it's only just started doing it recently.
Because it could be a recent update when Windows has done that.
It doesn't reinstall flight gear because with the problems with the scenery gathering. Which is a pain in the ass. If you want to do F11, you've got to minimise the window by going to menu view. Then it works, then you have to put it back to full screen. I've been doing it for a few weeks.
Try running the flight gear as an administrator and see if that allows it to. It's a priority thing. I had that problem with using OBS. OBS would not broadcast anything unless it was in the front screen, it was the main screen, which made it pointless because it just broadcasted itself.
Yeah, I'll give that a go. I'll have a go at that at break time, restart it.
Also, check your F10 menu and the first one with your mouse and keyboard settings and stuff. There's some weird shit in there.
Yeah, it just gives me a bit suspicious about when it's to do with keyboards and, you know, like key trackers and God knows what. But I've run thousands of virus scanners and stuff. there has been a recent Windows update as well. Might have something to do with it, I don't know.
Yeah, I had a Windows update here this week that totally screwed up my graphics settings. I don't know how I solved it, but it changed a lot of stuff in the graphics card. Don't know why it would do that. Oh, because it's probably trying to use the default driver.
Probably.
I solved my Windows update issues by blocking all the updates except the security ones.
Smarty pants.
There is issues with some of the security updates on certain systems. Apparently it can cause severe problems because they're trying to force people into upgrading to Windows 11.
Yeah. I'm still on Windows 10, and I will always refuse to update to Windows 11 unless absolutely necessary.
Yeah, well, we got upgraded to Windows 11 at work, and it's terrible.
Damn.
You have to do 3 or 4 commands to do one command what you used to do under Windows 10. If you do a right click with your mouse to do like print or copy paste, you have to press another option but to get up the standard functions, and it won't display pictures.
Windows 12 will be here next year, so we can only hope.
Well, I won't be working then, so. But my main part of my job is viewing people's pictures, and when you can't display in full screen, it's just a complete farce.
That's strange. Both the T50s suddenly dropped down low at the same time. Very weird.
So what was the problem with the Chinooks where they won't pay for the software to when they upgraded the Chinooks from Mark 1 to Mark 2s?
There's the Chinook upgrades have never been done correctly. There's always been procurement options. They did buy 6 brand new ones, and they came with the wrong software on them, and they basically were banned from flying them because they couldn't operate in cloud levels of any description whatsoever. So they were just bought and butchered for spares and put into the other ones. That's a prime example of cock-ups.
Yeah, I just wonder where all the defence money goes.
I think we got 3 different versions. HC2, HC5 and HC6 are the current ones. All 3 different versions on the go at the minute. The 2s have been upgraded to 6 and the 5s are the wide bodies, so they'll be staying as 5s. As far as I know. But the cockpits are less digital in the 5s, the 6s than what the American version of the same mark is, which is the E's and the F's. Because, you know, it has to be different.
Damn it.
Janet, who's Janet?
Sorry. Legs.
Got a Bristol freighter shadowing us.
Okay.
What is it?
Bristol freighter, old-fashioned transport plane.
Is he wagging me? Ooh,
Target altitude 10 or 11,000.
10,000. Did I exceed it?
Guess you did.
You're about 11.2 at the moment.
Sorry, I was busy shooting
Yeah.
video. Back to 10,000 feet. Back to 10,000. Come on, you guys.
Go on then. I was just sitting on your wing and was watching you.
I know, I'm watching you watching me. Because I kind of sometimes, especially when I've had a hectic week like I've had this week, it's just like, I just love Saturday afternoons because I can put the airplanes on and look at the scenery and put your music on and listen to the music and stuff and just do fun stuff for a couple of hours.
Same for me.
Good stuff.
And avoid the football.
Oh, ball, oh my.
Got 4 weeks of people, morons, kicking balls around.
Oh, the closer we get to the election time and stuff around here, the weirder everybody's getting.
Well, we're
we've got elections
week
too.
3 of 6. Our elections at the moment. I just stopped
Well, and
listening to
elections.
it because the politicians just lie on
Oh,
so blatantly now.
only to be outdone by the mainstream media. Can't believe anything.
Well, the problem in the UK is, Voodoo, all the right-wing newspapers are all owned by people like Murdoch, and they just basically support the one party, and they can get away with murder,
Yeah, the right.
whereas the
agenda.
opposition just gets crucified even if they have a curry.
It's no different here, my friend.
Well, it's the same people, isn't it? Because
Seems to be.
the old Fox News in America. I'm listening to a podcast which is quite good. It's an English reporter who lives in America, and that Tony Scaramucci, who used to work for Trump, and it's all about America and the elections. But it's quite interesting what the sort of background he tells about your politics in America.
That's not interesting. It's scary.
Yeah, well, it's on about the fundraising and how people go about it and stuff.
It's just it's funny, this money that's these billions of dollars that is supposed to go for. Well, I contributed to this campaign so that we can get this guy elected. Yeah, and it's finding its way into his pockets.
There's just been photos put up on my local Facebook page. There was a mini tornado spotted.
Where's that?
Here.
Oh, God, you guys don't have tornadoes, do you?
Yeah, we do, so not very often. But I was sitting here and I was watching the cloud at the window when I was doing stuff, and I noticed the cloud was going in one direction at the front of the house, and the cloud was going the opposite direction at the other side of the house, and that was not a good sign. So that must have been it winding up somewhere and sucking the cloud in.
Having been through several tornadoes in my lifetime, none of them really that close or none of that desperate, but I mean, I don't want anything to do with that stuff.
Yeah, well, we get baby ones, which sometimes actually do damage to houses, but not very often. But I was once at the flying club, and there was all around York, all one afternoon. But they're nothing like the ones you get in America.
When I was a kid, I was in the Civil Air Patrol, a young guy, high school, and we were doing this security or whatever, just kind of like helping out at this air show in Rockford, Illinois, which is pretty much flat, and this huge bunch of thunderstorms rolled in, and they called everything off, and everybody went to cover or whatever because there were tornadoes in the area, and the alarms and sirens and stuff went on, and we could see this twister touch the ground like it was like a ways from us, but it was going perpendicular to us, so it wasn't coming at us, it was going like from side to side. And one of the senior guys said, get down in that ditch, and I go, it's only 3 inches deep. He says, it doesn't matter, get in it. I got down, and I actually remember seeing the little grass clippings flying up out of the grass and going toward this thing, and you could feel it pulling you like it. I was actually grabbing the grass with my hands trying to, because you could feel the force trying to pull you off the ground. It was like, holy shit. It's like a giant vacuum cleaner, man.
Wow, that must have been terrifying.
It was pretty scary. It was pretty scary.
It's not the way you wanted to learn flying.
No. I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
I once had a glider flight. I once had a glider flight one Sunday afternoon, and there being something bad weather come through, and it stopped. And I were one at first to set off. I got an air tow to 1,800 feet, pulled off into lifts, did 3 turns, and suddenly I'm up under cloud base. And I went from 1,800 feet up to about 3,500 feet in 3 turns. And I was getting sucked up into the clouds. So I had to fly around with air brakes fully open, trying to avoid disappearing into the clouds.
Oh God. All right, I'm descending at 1,200 feet per minute. Watch me for a left turn.
So I just did 3 turns and looked down. I said, where's the bloody airfield gone? It's just tiny little dots on it. And when I played the flight back on my software, it was like off the stops, the lift.
Oops, should have started my turn earlier. All right. Yeah, that nasty weather, especially if you're in an aircraft, is not funny.
But yeah, about half an hour later, whatever it was, gone past, and it was flat, completely flat.
In the US, do the tornadoes also appear in the northern states or only in the southern states?
I can't see anybody. What's happened?
I don't know, we all turned.
Was that a GPS?
No, sir. I turned us left to try to bring us into the airport. We're still too high.
Oh, I never heard that, but I was talking to my wife. Is that the airport down in the valley?
Yep, but you're gonna have to come over here. Well, you can get down there any way you want to. There's a really cool park-up place. Oh, excuse me, it's boring. It's a cool place to park up there.
It's a boring parking place.
Say again?
It's a boring parking place.
Yeah, it's all boring. Boring. So then Ollie came along and loaded up this fancy orthographic stuff, and now it's not boring anymore. All right, anybody that's following me, look out. We're gonna watch this. I was overzealous in my descent rate, so don't impact terra firma here.
Yeah, we're going pretty low.
I cleared it.
Palm trees.
Yes, you get them in Spain. You get them here too. Scotland.
It's amazing to me how warm it is where you are, Stuart.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it hasn't been lately.
Oh yeah, well, global warming, climate change, whatever.
Jet stream.
The jet stream is heading. Well, there's a chance it might warm up from midweek. Well, end of next week. I've looked at the charts, and there's a high probability it will improve by the end of next week. But for how long, I can't tell. I can't see that far.
So descending at 1,200 feet per minute, I'm descending through 6,800 feet on my way to terra firma, which I'm not sure how high that is off the ground.
Are you in the Voodoo? Are you in the yellow aircraft?
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, do you hear me?
Yep.
Alright. I had a bit of an issue with my microphone. So I was wondering, do you guys in the US get tornadoes also in the northern states or only in the southern states?
It's shifting. It used to be worse down south and west from where I'm at, but now it seems to be like Oklahoma and Kansas and that stuff used to be the armpit, but it's moving north and east. All right, watch me for the turn right to runway heading. GPS FMS 42.
Roger that.
GPS FMS heading 51. Follow me.
I'm on finals.
Yeah, did you come in from the other way or?
No, I come in from the left. Well, I've got speed brakes and shit, you know.
Oh yeah, you got all that fancy crap. You and your little speed demon. Well, I'd hope to be better centered on the runway, but there you go. We finish this turn here. Should be lined up fairly well with the runway and break land taxi on down to the tennis courts and the swimming pools. You get down okay, Stu? You must be.
Oh, no, I'm not down yet. No, I'm approaching. There's a bit of a crosswind here. Oh Christ, just a bit behind you. There is a crosswind, huh? How about that?
Yeah, these old tail draggers don't like that.
Oh Jesus!
Gear is mostly helpful.
There you go, Stu. Hey, follow the yellow line. Whoa! That commander's like out of control, baby. Oh, don't hit the tennis court.
Follow the yellow brick line.
Is this a neat little airport or what? Man, I can't believe I found this place. Woohoo!
Can't get back on the runway. Bloody.
Yeah,
the
you're
hills
pretty
are raised
deep out there,
about
brother.
20 feet off the rest of the surrounding area. Right. So you just hit right click on to get flight gear as administrator.
You need to right click on the FGFS and executable in the bin file in the bin folder where you install it.
Here's Ollie's glider.
Don't run over the glider.
That was your first shot in the pool. Alright, yeah, KKK, I'm going for a drink.
Roger that, me too. I'll be back in a minute. IN-66 snuck in there and hiding with the aircraft that are static here at the airport. I was like, where did he go? There he is.
I'm back on comms.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh, this is going to be fun. My fuel and payload menu no longer working.
Why is that? Well, as soon as you knew, you'd figure it.
So it was working earlier, but so I can't top up my fuel tanks.
Now we're getting buzzed by fighter jets.
I need to scooch up a little, let those guys in behind.
Okay. Oh boy, this should be interesting. Okay. I need to be more economical with my fuel.
My flaps don't work. I have no idea why.
Tried the large hammer?
To what?
So have you tried the large hammer?
I'll fly flapless.
I've just corrected threads in the radio comms forums, so all the details are now correct. There was 2 threads. There was an old thread for the previous server, and there was a new thread for the new server. Obviously, it went to the wrong one.
Thank you, Stuart. See, there you are working on your night off.
Yeah, I work out every night.
Hey, come on, you guys scooch forward a little bit and let those guys, the 2 commanders in behind us.
I want to get off the runway without falling off the runway, so I'm staying where I am.
Or apparently not. Alright.
What are we flying at, claiming it, and doing what to?
This time we're going to hold the runway vector very shortly for a little bit, and then we're going to turn to GPS FMS for our final destination because we're going to be short on time if we don't get going. GPS FMS is 280. We're going to climb at 900 feet per minute to 11,000 feet. This time we're at 145 knots, which will make Stuart more comfortable.
Slightly.
Yep, topping off at 11,000 feet. Anybody else? Anybody right now ready to go?
Let's go.
Ready.
Flaplessly ready.
The red Cessna needs to start his engines. It looked like his props won't go in.
The wind is
Wait,
weird.
what?
The wind is weird here, is it not?
It's a bit of crosswind. I've now flew out past you because you're going so fucking slow. And I kept holding back to you near enough at the end of the runway before I took off.
Watch me for the turn to run or the GPS FMS 280 turning right 280 mark. Continue climbing at 900 feet per minute. I'm just passing about 120-ish knots, just getting there.
I turned roundabout and slid in behind.
Speed demons. These kids today, they can't go slow. I know you break into hives, so you have to go much lower than 140 knots.
I'm thinking about my health, you know.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've restarted as administrator, and so far, touching wood, a lot better.
There you go.
Took a bit of sorting out because just clicking on the program, but it starts up as a spam cam on the default airfield in the world.
That's weird.
Yeah, well, you have to do the launch. There's like a option launcher which brings up where you select the airfield and the aircraft type and stuff.
Oh, looks like it just went pop.
Did what?
It went dead.
Oh. Should have figured something bad was coming when you couldn't get your F10 menu and refuel.
Well, I'm back in.
You should be able to catch up in no time. Passing through 6,800 feet, I have achieved 145 knots, climbing at 900 feet per minute. I'm trying to get to 11,000 feet. I will get to 11,000 feet.
Yeah.
At least your colour coordinated voodoo, yellow aircraft, yellow smoke.
Yeah. I'm going to dump this yellow for the green in the next update for that, because that stuff shows up so much better.
There's been a TV program I recorded and watched about great rivers in the world. And I just saw the last a couple of minutes of the one about the Mississippi. And how about this has been stupid? This film cameraman wanted to film this mother alligator and its offspring.
Oh.
And it is in a pair of waders, big chest-high waders, in the river up to his chest with a film camera. And he says, I think I'll be safe from alligators. There's a log in front of me.
Okay.
Is that somebody with a death wish?
Stupid. Usually alligators aren't that aggressive though, but if they got babies with them, I think that would be not wise.
Yeah, well, they were tiny, they were on the riverbank and they were all covered in all the debris from the river, to make them really well camouflaged.
I try not to go anywhere in North America where there's something that can eat me, but...
Do you have alligators in Minneapolis?
No, there's no. No. Worst we got around here. Well, there's cougars starting to show up again. Mountain lions starting to show up again now, so... My brother owns a farm which he keeps exclusively for hunting deer and turkey. He actually lives in North Carolina, the bastard. Anyway, he has a farm in Illinois here, and he puts up trail cams that he can monitor, so to see where the deer and the turkey and stuff are, whatever. Caught a bunch, or not a bunch, but caught a number of sightings of mountain lions, which have been extinct in this range for a long time. The global warming's bringing them from the savannah, I guess. I don't know.
Some documentaries where there's cougars around Los Angeles up on that observatory on the mountain.
Yeah, they're getting to be everywhere now. It's like I told one of my brother's buddies, I go, yo, they probably won't bother you unless you bother them. He goes, yeah, I get a friend of his that heard a screech one night and looked out just to see in time to see a mountain lion jump over the fence with its Rottweiler in his mouth.
Who wants to eat a Rottweiler?
Say again?
Who wants to eat a Rottweiler?
Apparently cougars do, but you know. Almost to 11,000 feet. Admire some of this boring scenery we pass over too. GPS FMS 280 degrees, 11,000 feet, 145 knots indicated. Find me, I got my smoke on.
Voodoo flying the yellow smoke machine.
Yeah, like I was saying, watching this documentary about Yellowstone Park, and they show this grizzly bear chasing after elk. And if you came across a grizzly bear, I don't think you could outrun a grizzly bear.
No, a horse can't outrun a grizzly bear.
Just tickle it under the chin, we're fine.
Give it some porridge.
First guys to kind of like document the North America, United States Lewis and Clark expedition encountered out west of where I am their first grizzly bears, and they were terrified of them because you can't stop them. They're a couple thousand pounds of apex level carnivores, and they make mincemeat out of a horse or a human being or anything. There's not much you can do about it.
Well, about the same size as a polar bear. I think the only difference is polar bears are white and they're sort of brown, blacky colour.
I think that is about correct. I've never seen a grizzly bear in person, I mean, other than in a zoo, but there's some mounted specimens here at of a grizzly bear at one of the hotels here, and it's like, well, at the time I was 6'3" and I could stand there. This thing's just towering over me. I'm like, you look at this thing's claws. Its claws are as long as your hand. It's like someone was talking about the polar bears when they come in from the ice and start moving inland into some of these towns in Canada and such. They said, well, you know, just if you see one outside, just you go to the nearest house and you go in. Doesn't matter who lives there. You just go get out of the street. So I said, that seems kind of drastic. And they said, well, you got to understand, they're at the top of the food chain, and you're nowhere. You're food.
And they haven't eaten for 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't see, that's why one of my I don't know what to say, my cardinal rules, I don't live where shit can eat me. Oh, so you're not a big camper then, are you? I said, no, my idea of camping is hanging out at the Holiday Inn Express bar. I live right in town, and there's been coyotes scat outside the fence, my fenced area, so they're here too.
What about snakes? Do you get snakes and spiders?
We've got snakes and we got spiders, black widows, stuff like that. Nothing really scary. Brown recluse. I got bit by one of those once. Thought I was gonna melt away.
You got yetis too.
Yetis, yeah.
Right.
Yetis, yeah.
Bigfoots.
What's the one in the river? Is it cottontail or something? Cottonmouth.
What? Oh, or snakes in the water?
Yeah, in the Mississippi.
Yeah, cottonmouth water snakes. I've only seen one, and he tried to come get me. We were down by the river. We were playing with a sailboat, and thought, well, there's a snake in the water. But he was coming right for us, and he wasn't giving up either. I'm like, I'm used to having a snake come get you.
I mean, these days, pretty much anything can eat you. If you think about it, everywhere you go, there's something that's gonna get you.
I don't know. Right where I am now, there's nothing really big enough. I saw my walk. Was that this morning or yesterday morning? I think yesterday morning. Walked down the alleyways, and there's this deer just looking at me like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "What are you doing here? You're supposed to run away." Oh, she didn't run away. She didn't run away.
Yeah, well, we've got plenty of deer in the UK.
Oh dear.
Well, the weird thing is that's so well camouflaged. You don't see them unless they move, but they got white tails, which makes them stand out.
If they want you to see the whitetail.
Yeah, well, at the land we have on our shooting club, they come down from the hillside, and if they think nobody's around, they come down onto the 100 yards range and eat the grass. But if they see that they can go up a quarry face, like nobody's business. But when they're hiding in the trees, they'll stand there looking at you, and they've got a tree in front of them. Apart from the white backsides, you won't be able to spot them.
They that used to walk the dogs like 2.5 miles every night, and we've had a number of encounters where just literally tripped over a deer that they lay next to a picket fence or something like that and not move, and you just don't see them there.
Yeah, well, I took some pictures, and you know they're there, but you can't bloody see them in the pictures.
Last spring, and see, I don't hunt, so I don't know anything about deer's habits or anything like that. They're just Bambi's to me or whatever. But we're on a 600-yard range, and this male deer, big male deer with big spreading antlers, starts walking across the range, and there's a couple of females there and a couple of little, I think they're yearlings or whatever, deer with them. And you can't shoot them, you can't scare them. They're not afraid of the gunfire anymore because they live on a shooting range. So everybody's like, they're just like Bambiing around and screwing around. And I go, well, I'm sick of that. So I pack my stuff up and go start walking down there and like wave my hands at them and shout. And the male just stops and looks at me, and I go, "Yeah, you get out of here! Come on, we're trying to finish up shooting." And he just looks at me. So I got within about 15 or 20 feet of him, and I stomped my foot at him, and went, "Get out of here!" And he stomped his foot right back and lowered his head, and I went, "Uh-oh, shit!"
Don't pick a fight with a deer.
I didn't know they would do that. I mean, so I just like backed up really quick and went back to the thing, and somebody was snickering, goes, "How did that go for you?" And I go, "You tell him to get the fuck out of here." You didn't like me. Of course, my wife, who used to be Miss Nature child, was raised on a farm in the woods and communicate with all kinds of animals, says, "You did not stomp your foot at a deer, right? In the rut?" I said, "I don't know what a rut is." Well, they're all mating in this time of year. She said they would not be amused at that. I didn't know. I just thought he was a dumb deer.
The big sharp pointy things on their head are a bit dangerous. You don't antagonize them.
Yeah, we have a big problem in the UK with deer running across the main roads and hitting cars, and people are being killed.
Oh, it happens here as well.
Because one of my colleagues, he had it on his GoPro, and I was showing him the video, and he's just driving to work, and it was only a little deer, it wasn't a big one, but it run out in front of him, hit his van, and he stopped, and it just picked itself up and run off.
Ah!
And it wasn't in the countryside, it was in a built-up area. So there were houses on both sides of the road.
I don't know. I've had known numerous people that have run into deer, and the deer didn't get up and walk away. You see them splattered all over the walk in front of a semi truck going 70 miles an hour down the interstate, and that's the end of that.
Yeah, but it does a lot of damage to you. And
Oh, exactly.
as I said, where the big forests in England, there have been people killed with road accidents. So there, in the UK, there's no natural predator. You know, there's no wolves anymore, no lynx or anything, or no bears.
Yeah, but they are trying to reintroduce lynx now.
Yeah, well, I think that'd be a good idea. If they picked some areas where they could introduce it, where it wouldn't affect farmers, and probably control the number.
I want them to reintroduce a lynx because I want to tame one down and keep it as a pet.
Is that legal?
No.
Who cares?
There's huge discussion about wolves in Germany.
Yeah, they reintroduced wolves into the area around Yellowstone and parts west of here, and the ranchers are not happy because instead of eating the deer, they're eating the livestock.
They're going for the easy target.
Easy, exactly.
The livestock don't know what they are. Going, oh, it's a doggy.
Yeah,
We know what doggies are.
cows are not very smart.
Actually, here we have every type of animal. We have wolves, bears, cougars, everything you can count. There's pretty much everything here.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, so you're breaking Voodoo's primary rule of don't live where shit can eat you.
Yeah, here you don't have much choice because it's such a small country.
Where's that? What part of the world?
Slovenia.
So that's Central Europe, isn't it, in the middle?
Yeah, Central Europe. Basically, every part of the country is forest and nature and everything.
Oh, maybe I'm gonna crash. Oh,
Yeah, no.
trying to soak up some of this cool scenery with the aircraft and make too many scene changes too quickly, then the next thing I know, I'm like locked up.
I had to reload weather because there were only clouds around. But now there aren't.
Yeah, same here.
We're going to break the rules on this, on our final airport too. We're not going to go around and come in on the active runway because it takes too long. So we're just going to go the wrong way. It's like going the wrong way out of a one-way, but we'll be okay. We'll be all fine. It's like your United Kingdom.
Yeah, there's no ADC, so everything's alright.
Bam!
Rules are there to bend them.
Is that what it is, Oswald? Rules are meant to be
Something like
broken.
that.
I was thinking in the Second World War, the like escaping airmen used to walk over these mountains from France into Spain to avoid capture.
Just watched a documentary on a guy that crashed a B-17 that got shot up and landed in Belgium someplace and managed to hide and sneak and got his avoid capture. It was quite the story.
Yeah, well, they used to guide them, didn't they, out of France and into Spain, but they didn't have any modern walking stuff. They had whatever they had with them.
And no road signs on the hiking trails.
Destination, final destination, Lima, Echo, Papa, GPS FMS 279, 11,000 feet, 145 knots indicated, ground speeds 173, little turbulence, nice, kind of good stuff up here in the mountains. About a half an hour out.
Not a lot of options up here. You have an engine failure.
What's that?
Not a lot of options up here if you have an engine failure.
Oh no, we're in the middle of no place. The proverbial middle of no place.
A couple of towns down there, if you can get speed killed off quick enough, maybe land on one of the roads, maybe, but you get one shot at it, you fuck off, you're dead. Very, very dead.
Like that one.
When the
Yeah,
former astronauts, he died into recently.
he did, and I.
The one what took the picture of the Earth rising.
Well, he was doing aerobatics and messed up, didn't make the pull out and splat.
They're going into
Too low.
terrain, pull up.
Terrain, pull up, splat.
Been watching a lot all these helicopter medic programs, and the ones what have got the Augustas and stuff, they actually does the descending when they're coming into land, counts down. It's quite
Really?
useful.
That's cool.
Well, they have quite a range of helicopters, you know, ranging from the Airbuses to the AWs and stuff, and the Dolphins. There's a Great Northern Air Ambulance. They have the what's the dolphin in French?
Dolphin.
Dolphin. They have a couple of. Are they modern or very old?
They're old helicopters, but they're very, very fast.
Yeah, it's confusing because when they say how fast they're going, they do it in miles an hour, and it's we're getting there in 10
They do
minutes.
that. It's when they do it for the television because people don't understand knots.
Yeah, it's just they seem to be going a lot faster than we fly them. I know it's in miles an hour, but 190 mile an hour sounds a lot.
119 miles an hour.
I think that's the Dolphins. That's what they seem to quote. But they all seem to be sort of spaced out so they can get to anywhere within about 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Well, 119 miles an hour is 103 knots.
190.
190?
Yeah.
That's damn.
That's
fast.
165 knots, which is about the upper end of the performance of the Dolphin.
Well, that's what they'll be quoting, won't it? They won't be, actually. Because they'll be loaded up and fueled up and stuff.
Dolphins are pretty nice, but I mean, we have one in Flagger. It's from LEGE, but its FDM is horrible. So
I know,
No, that can't be.
Yeah, I tried it out. It flies like a plane, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like-
pretty much. It's off.
I have got one in the works, but it's going to take a hell of a while.
Yeah, well, I'm getting close to finishing that livery for the H145 for the Yorkshire Air Ambulance. I'm hoping to do a few more for different ones to match the various models we have. It's just if I sit all day in front of the computer, my back goes.
And my eyes go.
Yeah, and I do web development, and I gotta be up 15 plus hours, and it's not good for either your back or your eyes. So it's pretty tough.
You're up 15 hours. I work 15 hours. Then I'm up.
Yeah, yeah.
So much for Alex.
Yeah.
Let's talk about him.
Yeah.
I actually miss his boyfriend more than I miss him. That's a joke. Or not. I want to find out how much fun he had on vacation. Where do you go? Portugal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a load of pictures up on Facebook.
I have to go look at those. Always wanted to go to Portugal.
I sent him a screenshot of me landing a helicopter at his pool at his hotel.
The T50 is very nice to fly.
The what's? The what? What's?
The T50 is very nice to fly.
Cool.
And the AT-17.
Yeah, they're kind of the same aircraft. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Flying on the same FDM, so it's just, I don't know, in some stroke of genius, I think I found a bunch of different liveries that were specifically for the AT-17, which was the military version of the Cessna T-50, which is really where it got the bulk of its use. So I thought, well, I'm going to split them and do the AT-17 and kind of let the T-50 just sit there. But then it's like, I don't know, life changed. Here, if you look to our left or look to the port side, you'll see that there's like a valley-ish or a lowish area over there. Airport actually is in that zone. So here in a bit, we'll be cutting over to the left to get ourselves aligned with the runway, but that won't be for a few minutes yet. I'll give you a heads up. Yeah, I was surprised to find a couple of these airports were, I mean, well developed. It's like, wow, cool.
Well, originally there was a flight gear to España at one point. So like we had flight gear UK, and they did a lot of the Spanish airports.
Yeah, Barcelona looks very well done.
Oh my God, I was amazed.
And the other one where we had our time break was very nice too. Even with the glider, K21.
That's Ollie's glider, don't crunch it.
Could go together, Ollie.
I never got to see that because I had to rebuild my PC, which is behaving itself now. That's good.
Whoa, see? It's always a good time. Good flight night when you learn something.
Just wondering why it's done it now when I've been using the same software for about at least 6 months.
It'll be down to an update.
Yep, I was going to say something updated it and said, no, you can't do that. That happens to me when I try to go like into flight gear and like preferences setting and where you can change your all your preferences and stuff. It won't let me change the file unless I drag it out someplace else and then modify and then put it back. It won't let me actually change it in place, which is just stupid weird.
So it actually doesn't work when you try to change the file and then reset the sim. It doesn't work.
Well, if I change anything in the file, in the preferences file, and then say save, it says you can't do that.
Oh yeah.
It's same way you're testing liveries out, you have to keep loading it up, check it out, then alter the graphics and come out and come back in to see the modifications.
Yeah, when I do the liveries, I usually modify the file, and when I'm in the sim and I press the reset, it usually works and refreshes. So I don't know, maybe it's different on different systems.
Yeah, the reset them, and they've found it to, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, or maybe just the reload model that works sometimes.
Yep, that works a lot. I've actually discovered that the biggest problem was like if you're tweaking up an FDM, you have to keep exiting and coming back in. I found that like if you make FDM tweaks and then respawn the aircraft someplace at a location, it resets the FDM, so you don't have to keep coming in and out of the game.
No, it's a good tip. I'll try that next time I'm doing some more stuff on my helicopter livery.
Yeah, I'm amazed with screwing with these. I'm trying to fix this on the F4U. And admittedly, it needs to have something done about it. When they change that coarse and fine adjustment where the aircraft doesn't, you close the throttle and the aircraft doesn't, the RPMs do not drop. Well, I found a way to fix it, but then in trying to tweak it up so that it's correct, then it starts screwing up other, it's classic YA sim. You change one thing, everything else changes.
course it does, because everything has an effect on everything else.
Yep, it recomputes. You know, if you change the dynamics of how the engine works with its RPM and blah blah blah, then everything in the aircraft starts to change bit by bit, and then you're like, God, come on, give me a break. So I just threw it down and said, screw it for a while. I have to do that, otherwise I become overwhelmed and just give up. No, we haven't seen Ray Onyx for a while. For a while there, he was like the most diligent participant in FlightNight, except he could never bring the right aircraft.
I don't know. I'll bet on ignore.
Yeah, I didn't do that too, because that F-15 was messing with my frame rates.
Yeah, sometimes he used to turn up and he did actually bring an helicopter, but not one of the...
Not one we asked for.
Not one of ours, yeah.
The fuel and payload menu still doesn't work, by the way.
Weird. Gotta wonder what that's all about. Doing flight testing on this stuff. When I go pass by Lima Echo Charlie, India, which is the nearest airport, and look at the airport view is cool. Except now I'm going to lock up. Damn it!
Free at last from the tyranny of matter.
Yeah, I think the thing what lets flight gear down is the buildings when you lower down. There isn't enough variation and types to match the parts of the world.
Yeah, I don't do the random objects and stuff anyway.
Well, it puts them on OS maps, but it's the shape of them. They don't seem, they're like very default ones, because of the open source, not being accused of nicking anybody's work. But all the other programs, they seem to have more realistic stuff.
Yeah, but they're all commercial. They have licenses to other providers to use models and textures and whatnot.
Yeah, because they get paid for what they make. Big difference when you start throwing money at people. Hey, how come this didn't get done? This didn't get done because it gets done in my spare time. You want to pay me to do it? Well, I'll make a priority out of it.
Yeah, but like I explained, there's loads and loads of free libraries which you can just download them and install them.
That is more of a cult following. X-Plane has more of a cult following because for some reason it's perceived as being, it just, the eye candy is good. You have to pay for it, but
Well, there's a lot more people actually. Just all they do is do the airports and stuff.
Yeah, most people think that X-Plane is one of the most realistic sims out there, and maybe it is, but I don't know why people don't also recognize Flagger as one of the most realistic sims out there. At least for helicopters, it's amazing, and for a lot of other things, it's on pretty much the same level as X-Plane for other commercial sims.
The problem with us to keep in the slack because our cockpit textures are not great and this, that, and this thing. We don't have the money to pay an aircraft manufacturer or a museum or whatever to allow us access to every aircraft to go and bloody well sit in it and photograph every panel, screw, nut and bolt.
Yeah.
We have to make do with what we can do.
It's quite a lot.
And pretty much most of aircraft specifications and documentation is locked up, and it's not available for everyone to see, and that's a big issue also.
Yeah, well, as I said, we were doing a commercial contract for a US defense department, the defense contractor, but we were not allowed to be given information by them because that violates US treaties on weapons. We had to find information ourselves for them. Which was a bit daft, but there you go.
Yeah, well, that goes back to the after the Second World War, and they got right upset with English spies and stuff, giving all the secrets to the Russians.
We're gonna begin a 1,000 feet per minute descent here, and we're gonna turn left about 20 degrees. I'll call out the new heading bug when I get it, but start descending now, please. And we're going to turn left about 20 degrees, so let's figure this out. A heading bug of 256. Wow, check out this big lake over to our port side. This is cool, man. See, this wasn't here when I flew it to get the timing and stuff down. Wow.
But the lake wasn't there.
No, well, it was here, but it was all like jinky jaggy. You know, it wasn't like, doesn't look like a real lake.
My figure just went for yeah.
What?
Yep.
Haven't we been here last week at this lake, the same valley?
It could have been, but I didn't see it then.
Looks familiar.
Going back into the final destination.
Yeah, because from this altitude, the scenery is fantastic, isn't it?
Oh my God. Yeah. Which is sometimes like Alex asked me, well, why are you flying so high? I said, because the panoramic view of the ortho and the ortho scenery is like, psh, it's like a total immersion there, man. Good stuff.
Still waiting for the boredom you promised.
The what? Oh,
The
the boredom? Believe it or not, some of this stuff was, the trip up the coast was pretty boring until we got the new orthos. That's pretty good.
Glad that all these spoiled the boredom with his authors.
Yeah, well, I thought I might not been able to do them this week because, as I say, it's happened before. It just will not run and it's something to do with access and Windows. It's all the files which are sort of like hidden, you know, like user roaming and stuff. And I couldn't get it to run at all. Reinstalled flight gear, messed around. So I had to put it on my old PC, which is a lot slower. So it takes longer to do, and then you have to mess around copying it from one PC to another and stuff, and uploading it. So I got it done in the end, but it was a bloody... Normally get it done a lot quicker. I spent about a day and a half before I could get it to run.
Didn't need the challenge, did you?
So how long does it usually run for you, Ollie? The Julia program?
Depends what the route is. If it's a jet flight, that'll take an hour and a bit. If it's a light aircraft or an helicopter, that can be quicker. It just depends how long the route is, really.
Yeah. Because on my machine, it usually takes longer. I don't know why.
Well, you've got to put the parameters in, so it's using all the cores of your processors.
Yeah. Even with that, I think it takes maybe 3+ hours.
Oh, it don't take that long. Because I normally, when I get the flight off the website, I make get the file into the export directory, edit the text file, paste it into a command window, start it going, and at the same time I'm actually flying the route to gather the scenery, and it normally I can get them both done roughly the same. And when I'm gathering the scenery, I do it faster, so instead of taking 2 hours, I'll fly it faster, so it may take an hour and a bit. So it doesn't take much more time than actually flying the route.
Yeah, that sounds like a good technique. I usually just let it run with a GPX file or a 5-year flight plan. And
well, that's all I'm doing. I get whatever Voodoo's made up.
Yeah.
I load it into flight gear, save it as an XML file, which goes in the export directory, and then just have a text file and just edit the name of the file, copy and paste that into a command prompt window and set it going, and off it goes. And then I do go through the files, because if there's a load of C tiles, I delete all them, because it just makes it just, you know, there's just blue tiles with nothing on them, so they're just taking up space. So that's probably the most time consuming bit. It's getting rid of the ones you don't need.
We're gonna hold at 5,000 feet too, so just so you know. For a GPS FMS of 3, we're looking for a GPS FMS of 332. Bring us right in the wrong way on the runway, but that way our park up spot's right close here. Also, if we try to go around the other way, we're going to be running too late.
Yeah, when I started doing it, it did take a lot longer, but then I read the wiki for it, and there's a bit about using the cores of your processor, then that really sped it up.
Yeah. Same for me, yeah. When using, when you set the parameter to 10 or 12, it really goes faster.
Yeah, well, I think I have 14 on mine.
Oh, yeah. I have 8 physical cores, so that's 16 virtual, so I could technically set it to 14 also.
but running on my old PC, it took a bit longer, but not really an awful lot longer. It's more the transferring it from one PC to the other one to upload it to OneDrive.
Right, what was on a parking space at the final destinations?
Good video position.
Yeah, 11 miles out.
Roger that. Just a little bit, we're going to be turning right to GPS FMS, I think 332 degrees. Yeah, it is 332, sorry. We'll resume our descent. Should bring us right in on a dang runway, man. Zoom.
Zoomies. I'm in tower view, awaiting the carnage.
Oh, you are such a pessimist.
I'm a realist.
Yeah, that's true.
Turn up your shovel and bury me where I pile up.
That's a good idea.
I don't use a shovel, I use a digger. Or the bulldozer, one of the two.
Whatever works best.
Probably the bulldozer, then I can just scrape a big hole and push it in.
What's the altitude of the airfield?
I do not know. Stuart,
What?
what's the altitude of the airport?
Lima Echo Papa Papa.
The altitude, sorry.
Oh, the altitude, I haven't got a fucking clue. Just get on just under 1500 degrees.
1500.
Mark, turning right, 332, GPS FMS 332 degrees. We'll start a
Plan
900
for my
foot,
flapless approach.
we'll start a 900 foot per minute descent now. Make that GPS FMS 335. Check out this wind farm, boys.
Yeah, they're planning to put 65 wind turbines up on the moors near where I live, and they're going to be higher than the Blackpool Tower.
Wow, that's big.
And it's on the moors where all the Japanese come to see the Bronte sisters wrote the books.
Oops. We're going to have to watch that descent rate. Change it to 400 feet per minute now.
Still don't see anybody.
Still about 6 miles out.
Listen to the melody in every single word I speak. It can warm your heart, makes me be a part of you. Ooh.
Now I'm descending at 900 to 1,000 feet per minute. Let me know if you can't see the airport.
I got visual.
Edit visual.
Alrighty then, our park-up place is actually on this end of the runway, but go down and just turn around. There's not really any taxiways, and the grass is sticky for some reason, so.
Right, so coming from over there, I'm watching that end of the runway. I see specks in the distance. There we go. Boing. That's it, it's there. Next. Well, that's a bit high. Away. Commando's going to try and force himself into the ground. No, wave off. Yep.
It's very hard to play the speed off for some reason.
They make flaps for that.
So that's two down, one missed. Who's this? Another commander. Looks a lot better.
Ooh, he's got it made.
Doink.
Oh,
Yep.
bounce,
Aye. Kangaroo.
Bounce.
It's alive. It's alive.
Stewart counts on that. Here comes another one, Stu.
It's two together. It's gonna be chaos.
Ooh. Oh, this guy's got it figured out.
Synchronized, look. Oh no, it was okay there for a minute.
Well, we are coming in the wrong way. Got the wind at our backs, so.
Not very elegant.
Anyone you can walk away from, brother.
It was too slow without flaps.
Oh, someone coming around. I see it. Holy shit. Oh, it's an F-15 now. Look at that. Oh, now the commander. You're not supposed to land in that bit.
Near enough.
Right, is that everybody on the ground then?
Yeah, looks like it.
Everyone's down.
Clyde's airplanes look like flying candy, man. Yellows and blues and reds and nah. Far cry from where flight gear was 10 years ago, my friends.
I'm sure on one of my hard drives I got a video I recorded in 1998. Like, yeah.
I think I've got, now I have to go find it.
I used to fly about in SR-71 and harass Concorde pilots.
Shooting from N66's perspective. So don't
I'm letting
feel-
Mr. Ollie get in.
Following the wrong yellow line, mate.
Did Alex ever get the sound fixed on that Aero Commander?
I don't know.
I've put in the sound file from the standard one.
Alright guys, I gotta go. I had a great time. Thanks Voodoo for an amazing flight.
Hey, thanks for coming, man. You have a good time.
Thanks. Bye.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night.
Yeah, while we're wrapping this up, who's taking next week?
Well, not me, because I can't guarantee I'll be here.
Yep, that's okay. I got it. I'll figure something out.
I'll volunteer Alex.
That's not fair.
User
It is.
disconnected
It's
from
very
your
fair,
channel.
because he never showed up, so he's getting volunteered.
Okay, so shall we plan on Alex then, or shall I put something in back just in case?
Keep something on the go just in case, but I'm going to tell him that he's been volunteered.
Roger that.
Thanks, Voodoo. Good night.
Good night. Thanks for coming, Ozzy.
I forgot to stop the stream. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
kill the
night
video
all.
too. Say good night.
Night,
Good
Facebook.
night.